What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! Ho, ho, ho. Happy, snappy holidays. Today's video, we're going to talk about some new Snap-on tools you probably haven't heard about or knew about. And we're going to give you a little, advice for 2024 and talk about why Snap-on isn't really for anybody but for professionals or people who have a finer desire to have a little bit more quality tool in their life. So stick around. We're going to have some fun. I thought this was a fun picture to add in here before we get into the new tool section. So I always do enjoy Snap-on's art. Alrighty, well, I was talking with Dave Quick Wrench Tool Junkie yesterday, talking about some new products, and it led me down a rabbit hole of some Snap-on new products. They have a new product section on their page, so I thought this would be a great time to take the opportunity to talk about them. As we see here, we have some cordless impact wrench, pliers, a mini torch. We also have some new wrench bottle openers, and you can get these for $9.95, which, to be honest with you, it's not terrible. I love the fact they did a little flank deal in there, which is kind of interesting. And yes, believe it or not, they're actually made in the USA, which is pretty awesome. So, affordable thing, or an affordable deal from Snap-on for $10, novelty item. Which, quite frankly, they should be giving those away free, honestly, instead of some of the other garbage they give away that's made in China. In fact, their Instinct handle bottle openers that are nothing like their Instinct handles are made in China, and I do have a qualm with those. I do have a couple of them, and it just absolutely can tell they're complete knockoffs. Now, a lot of people might say, CP, how could you even tell? They look so similar. That's one of those things where a nuance like that with a professional, they're going to notice that stuff. And I can't express that enough, and we're going to talk about that a little bit during this video. They also have a new 36-inch shop cart, red with chrome trim and stainless steel lid. Looks like they're older carts. I don't remember them not having a stainless steel lid on it, so it's 36-inch, a little bit deeper maybe or something. I'm not sure. I didn't really look into the specs too much. Of course, we got the new 100-tooth ratchet, but no soft grip. And I did play with these. I played with this on my dealer's truck, and I got to tell you, the back drag was absolutely just atrocious. He only had the chrome handle ones. I personally am waiting for a different model, and they don't have them out yet. Snap-on's really being slow about getting products out, and I don't understand it, but it was nice. It's definitely thinner, which I'm looking forward to, but I was completely disappointed with the back drag. Just absolutely, utterly terrible, horrible, and I'm on the fence even whether I want one. Of course, they have a new 500 lumen double-sided mini flex light, $84.95. Honestly, I might be interested in that just for the simple fact is that my Astro literally is a piece of crap and it broke, and people brag that thing up, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what my deal was, but mine absolutely didn't last at all. Then, of course, we have a mini butane gas torch, the Torch 100 now. So they have the 300, the 400, now the 100, which $56. That's about what I paid for my Torch 300, which is now like $74. So inflation. And for those of you that think that Snap-on is going out of business soon, here's a little tidbit. Snap-on stock prices. Now, here's the thing is you listen to people on Facebook groups, and people who never buy Snap-on or use Snap-on at all, they'll always tell you that Snap-on's going out of business. Well, Snap-on's third quarter results actually boasted of some of the best they've had all year long. So, 58 plus 58 for their stock price year to date, which is up 25%. So, Snap-on's not going out of business, fellas. I'm sorry for the Snap-on haters. And I know the Snap-on haters watch all my videos, but yeah, you go to the Facebook groups, and boy, it's just, they'll tell you everything, all the amount of false information, any type of false information you want to hear. Go to the Facebook groups. Those guys, there's literally a guy from South Africa who has never stepped foot in a Harbor Freight store giving advice about Icon tools, which blows my mind. You can't even get Icon tools outside of the States, so how does he know? Well, he's an expert he's a spurt, that's what he is. But nonetheless, Now, this one is kind of an interesting one. I'll give you a quick glance at this. We're going to talk about this one real quick because we got two of the last tools that are going to be kind of big news. This is the new CT838DB. The specs on it are calling for 150 foot-pounds of torque output. Doesn't give you nut-busting torque. Variable speed trigger for precision control, tri-beam headlight. Everything on here looks pretty much the same. I'll leave it into you guys in the comment box to pause and comment down there. What do you notice is different than that from the CT861, which I will show you now. As you can see, the CT861 tool only $354, and the CT838 is actually cheaper, which is kind of interesting. But overall, the specs are pretty much the exact same, with one slight difference. The CT838 is 1 inch taller at 8 inches versus the 7-inch height of the CT761, which I'm not really understanding how that works. But the specs look identical. 2,500 RPM to 3,000 blows per minute, with one glaring difference. And if you guys spotted it in the comment box, you'll already have noted. As the CT861 has a rocker switch, the CT838 does not. Yes, that's right. Snap-on has came out with a model without the rocker switch. Now, to be honest with you, I'd actually seen this 7 months ago. Of course, this SFC conference that they have midsummer, usually a lot of these products are unveiled. And I believe I may have briefly touched upon this, but we have talked about this before the CT861 came out. I personally love the rocker switch, and I think that's what sets the Snap-on Impact apart from anybody else, is that you cannot get that option, and is absolutely fantastic. However, I could see where some people would just be okay with having the traditional switch, and they don't like the rocker switch. Once again, brushless design, as I've talked about before, we've had discussions about this. Brushless designs have a delay in the trigger on all models. My DeWalt has it. I've noticed it with all the brushless versus brushed, where they're more instantaneous, and it's just a little nuance that I notice. And I'm wondering if that's why they came out with this one, because it may seem less delayed. I don't know, but it is cheaper, so I guess if you wanted to save yourself $4 or $5, you could buy the one without the rocker switch. Why you'd want to, I don't know. But nonetheless, it is a new product. Now on for the grand finale of the day, and that is something that we have been all curious about. That is correct. We have a 6.5-inch long needle nose locking pliers. I shouldn't say all of us, because there's probably a few people who'll be like, that's all? Yes, the Snap-on now has the locking USA-made Power Ring patented locking pliers. $82, which I know a lot of people are going to lose their minds in the comment. Once again, we got to have accountability here. First of all, you don't have to buy these pliers. So if you don't like the price, you don't have to buy them. That's one thing I don't understand with Snap-on is people like to go around and say, well, Snap-on put me in debt, or put such and such in debt. No, Snap-on didn't put him or her in debt no more than McDonald's made me fat, or some guy cheated on his wife because of another woman. We like to blame everybody but ourselves, but in 2024, let's try to have accountability for ourselves. Nobody made Snap-on didn't make you do anything. Tell me on the dollar where Snap-on hurt you. The fact of the matter is, I don't like Snap-on's corporate policies or their sales tactics, or most of the time their salesmen, because of their snotty attitudes and very uppity feeling they put out. But nonetheless, and the other thing is, I don't know what's going on with, I couldn't get an answer from my dealer. He actually said these were getting made in the USA, and they are getting made in the USA, but I asked about, are they going to continue to make them? There was a lot of questions that have been unanswered, which I'm wondering why Snap-on has not said anything. Supposedly Snap-on has bought the Melco name, but a lot of stuff was auctioned off in the Nebraska plant not too long ago. So I'm a little bit confused about what's really going on. Now, they did announce these in SFC, once again, from my dealer, the summer deal, SFC for Snap-on, that these were coming out, and Snap-on did actually kind of buy Melco, and I use that term loosely. Once again, I have not been able to get a viable source. Even the dealers themselves do not know anything. So before you buy these, keep in mind, you could be buying these as basically a one-off, and basically you're never going to get these again. So if you do spend the money on them, here's what you're in for. That's right. If you buy them off the website, they're $82 plus $22.90 shipping and handling right now, with a total amount of $110.64. That is just crazy. And they do have the 5-inch locking pliers with cutters for $80. However, I already have those. I'm not really sure why they're coming out with these again. Nonetheless, Snap-on does need a good USA-made locking pliers, so this is not a bad thing for Snap-on. However, the price is absolutely crazy, and according to Dave at Quick Wrench Tool Junkie, he paid $75. Now, here's an actual real picture of them with tape measure on them. They're supposed to be 6.5 inches in the flesh. He sent this to me, so photo credit to Quick Wrench Tool Junkie YouTube channel. I'm kind of on the fence, honestly, about these. Until, buying one would be just basically a collector. But buying them and wanting to be able to use them every day would be hard for me at this point, not knowing that Snap-on's actually going to follow through with continuing to keep these in their line forever. Now, once again, we always go back into that deal of discontinued items. And that's what scares me about this right here is we've got a company that's already failed doing them, and Snap-on's not saying whether or not they're making them, nor are they saying where they're making them. But at the end of the day, I guess, a lot of us that really want this, we know these pliers are absolutely amazing. There's no doubt about it. These are the Cadillac of locking pliers. I don't care what anybody says. I think Project Farm may have did a video and showed, too, that these things just absolutely are beast upon beast. And when you're looking for a locking plier to be a beast, that's exactly what you want to do. So, anyways, guys, that's the video. All the new Snap-on goodies for your 2023 wrapping up. And we're going to move into 2024 with a whole new perspective. So, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.